It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57 as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. The Chiefs have 8-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side, complete to Tony. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
At their own 18-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. On the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagles.
Throwing is Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Complete. Smith has it. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
Pulled in by Brown toward the sideline.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
Swift is not going anywhere. Will be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Swift again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, so that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Back to throw here. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Chip Elliott on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Mahomes now to throw.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position. Perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced some completions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Felix Anudike-Uzomah in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
He'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins from 21 yards away. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Chris Jones on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Hurts to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's James returning.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
On the return, it's Rodgers. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10,
just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over possession here at the 34. Safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
What an advantage out the lead down the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
out here, left side, Moore. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nakobe Dean charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big play there for KC. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 57 yards rushing for them now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a give, right side, Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and it'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Back
back to the running game with Swift. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. It's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll set up a throw. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's first and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Mahomes will throw.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.
And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on the calendar for quite a while, coming in and taking down the reigning Super Bowl champions.
And you and I both know from experience that having the title reigning Super Bowl champs is a blessing, but a curse when the next season begins, right? Because everyone circles that game on their schedule. They can't wait to come in and play, and they often